King of the Billboard Charts, Jimin on this week's Billboard Charts, December 21, 2024. Jimin's Who rose 4 spots to number 43 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart this week, continuing its 21st consecutive week on the chart. Who is the song by AK soloist that has charted the longest in the last decade. Who has charted for an astonishing 21 weeks. Thank you Jamaica. Who is also the second longest charting song by AK soloist, and the fourth longest charting song by AK act in history. 1. Dynamite, 32 weeks. 2. Gangnam Style, 31 weeks. 3. Cupid, 25 weeks. And, number 4, Jimin's Who, 21 weeks. Jimin's Who is the first and only song by AK soloist to spend its first 21 weeks within the top 60 of the Billboard Hot 100 chart, at number 43 this week. Jimin holds the 2 biggest records in Billboard Hot 100 for AK pop soloist. Highest peaking song, Like Crazy, and the longest charting song is Who. In addition, Jimin's Who remains at number 24 on the Billboard Global 200 chart this week. And it peaked at number 30 on the Billboard Global excluding US chart. Moreover, Jimin's Who continues its 21st consecutive week on the Billboard streaming songs chart, rising 5 spots to number 30 from last week. Who is the longest charting song by a Korean artist since Psy's Gangnam Style. On the digital song sales chart, Jimin is the first and only Korean artist in Billboard year-end charts history to have multiple solo entries on the Global 200 and digital song sales. On the Global 200, Like Crazy, 2023 and 2024, Who, 2024, on the digital song sales chart, Like Crazy, 2023, Set Me Free Part 2, 2023, and Now, Who, 2024. In addition, Jimin ranked number 85 on the Billboard Artist 100 chart this week, spending his 31st week on the chart. Jimin is the K soloist with the second longest chart tenure in history. Furthermore, Jimin's MUSE album on the charts. Jimin's second solo album, MUSE, ranked number 128 on the Billboard 200 chart this week, continuing its 21st consecutive week on the chart. MUSE is the second longest charting K soloist album in history. In addition, this is amazing, Jimin's MUSE returns to number 1 on Billboard's World Albums chart in its 21st week on the chart. MUSE has charted on the chart for 21 weeks, extending its record as the second longest charting Korean solo album, following Face, 63 weeks. Jimin is the first and only K soloist to have reached number 1 on the Billboard World Albums chart a total of 7 times, 5 times with his first album, Face, and 2 times with his second album, MUSE. On Spotify, Jimin's Who debuted at number 10, +1, on Spotify's Global Daily Top Songs chart on December 16, 2024 with 5,029,286, plus 189,472 filtered streams, staying on the chart for 151 days. Who spent 145 days in the top 10 of the chart and 117 days in the top 5. Jimin's Who debuted at number 17, +7, on the Spotify USA Daily Top Songs chart, with 1,178,428, plus 121,451, filtered streams, staying on the chart for 151 days. Who holds the record for the longest-running song in the top 10 of the chart by a Korean artist, 106 days. Also, Jimin remains at number 1 on Spotify South Korea Daily Top Songs chart with 135,645, plus 7,161, filtered streams, making him number 1 on the chart for 151 consecutive days. Who is the second most ranked song on the chart, behind Like Crazy, 268 days at number 1. In addition, Jimin remains at number 1 on Spotify South Korea Daily Top Artists chart, becoming the 509th day at number 1 and only number 1 artist in the chart's history. Jimin continues to extend his record as the artist with the most number 1 hits on the chart, having been on the chart for a total of 863 days. King of Spotify, Jimin, achieves another historical record. In just 151 days Jimin's Who has surpassed Harry Styles's, as it was 155 days, and becomes the fastest solo song by a male artist to reach 1.2 billion streams in Spotify history. In addition, Jimin's Who takes the crown as the fastest K-pop song and K-act in Spotify's history to reach 1.2 billion streams, surpassing 7 by Youngkook.
껴
Who
있으니까
is also the fourth fastest song in history of all time to reach this milestone in just 151 days. Fastest songs to surpass 1.2 billion streams on Spotify. Number 1, Die with a Smile, Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga, 117 days. Number 2, Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish, 145 days. Number 3, Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter, 146 days. And number 4, Who by our King Jimin, 151 days. Jimin is competing with major Western artists, continuing his reign at the top of the charts. Moreover, Jimin occupies the top 2 fastest solo songs by a K-pop soloist to reach 1.2 billion streams on Spotify, surpassing Money by Lisa. Number 1, Who, 151 days. And, number 2, Like Crazy, 460 days. Jimin's Who, $82,000, is the highest charting song by a K-pop act on this week's revenue chart, surpassing Apt by Rosé and Bruno Mars, $71,000. Who is also the highest performing song by any Asian artist, as well as the highest performing song under the Geffen and Big Hit labels. 6 of the songs above, Who, are Christmas songs. If they weren't on the revenue chart, Who would have been in the top 10 at number 5. Please focus on streaming and supporting our angel. Let's keep him at the top of all the charts for as long as possible. I'm sure Jimin is very happy with all the love and success he's receiving from his fans. Let's continue making him proud.